Garrett Glazer in today's Inside Story. There was continuing turmoil that pushed family members to the edge.
Not only me, a lot of my brothers and sisters have tried to commit suicide. The point of the matter is, it's not which brother and sister tried to do it. The point of the matter is that we lived in a household that would drive you to do something like this.
One of 9 children, she will not reveal any names, but this extraordinary suicide claim came during a long and emotional interview with Toya Jackson about her controversial new book, Growing Up in the Jackson Family. The Jacksons, one of the most famous families in American music. First, there was the Jackson 5, the brothers who sang hit after hit for almost 15 years. Then Michael with his own incredible success on the albums Thriller and Bad. And finally, Janet with her hit albums Control and Rhythm Nation. It is a tremendous musical legacy orchestrated by the Jacksons' parents, Joe and Catherine. But it's a legacy that apparently does not include Toya.
2300 Jackson Street.
Her estrangement from her own family was never more evident than in the 1989 video, 2300 Jackson Street. All the Jacksons appeared in the video except Toya, who declined to participate. 2300 Jackson Street is where the children grew up in Gary, Indiana. And according to Toya, it was a home with many secrets, especially for the boys and their father, Joe.
When they first began as the Jackson 5 and he started rehearsing them, he would beat them to make them to rehearse continuously.
Toya writes that her mother, Catherine, was a part of the pattern of abuse.
You must understand, it's not just my father, it's my mother too. I've seen him beat one of my brothers. And my mother sits there and she watches. She won't say anything, and she let it happen. She won't say, Joe, but why are you hitting him? He hasn't done anything. She sits there and she let it happen.
Toya claims that she, too, was beaten.
My father beat me, and he beat me, and he beat me, and then he threw me in the bathroom, and he closed the door. He beat me with a belt buckle and a switch.
How did all this abuse affect the family?
My brothers are grown now, and they have all approached me at different times, and they've cried, and they've said, I'm terribly afraid of my father. It's a shame, but I can't stand to be in the same room with him. And they would always refer to him as, I hate him, I hate him.
I ain't gonna stop till I hit the top.
Toya does perform in nightclubs, and she has made several videos. But she has not enjoyed any major hit records, and she says her career has been repeatedly stymied by her parents, especially her mother. She says her decision to appear nude in Playboy in 1989 was a direct slap at her parents, and that her brother Michael supported her completely in the matter of the Playboy pictures.
He says, I want you to know that they're fabulous, they're wonderful. He called me 2 weeks later and said, do me a favor. And I said, what is it? Don't let anyone know that I told you this. And the only reason that I'm telling this and saying this, Michael, if you're listening, is to help you. Again, you're covering up your true feelings, you're hiding, and you shouldn't do that. Express yourself and let it out. That's what's wrong with the family. We led a very sheltered life, and no one knows the true family, how they really are.
In an obvious and stark contrast to 2300 Jackson Street, Toya Jackson describes her entire family as dysfunctional. She says she hopes her brothers and sisters will come forward now to support her version of growing up in the Jackson family. Garrett Glazer, Entertainment Tonight.